Hey Tiger Rod Lawrenceville, Master Mostiller here with competition online lesson number 9. Now, what we're working on, first things first, if you are in the inclusive class, I want you working on knife hand strikes, crossing arm and striking out this way, and then the reverse of that, which is ridge hands, which come across this way. So working both motions, both directions for those arms. Make sure they're doing at least 10 on each side. Parents, try to make sure they cross and uncross for the knife hands on that. Then, also working on our front kicks this week. Make sure the knee gets high, kick straight out and pulling back. Do 10 on each side of those. And then lastly, the crab walk. Have them do that going backwards. So crab walking backwards. Get those muscles to do that work. Make sure that the rear end is staying up off the ground as they go, and try to give them a path, a little maze, something to crawl through. That'll be what our inclusive class will work on this week. Tiger Cubs, we have 4 things to work on, and we have to then put them together. So you're going to work front kicks, knife hands, after the knife hand palm heel, and after the palm heel outside crescent. Now you need to work those individually first. 10 front kicks each side, 10 knife hands each side, 10 palm heels each side, and 10 outside crescents. Then be able to put it together. Front kick, knife hand, palm heel, outside crescent. On top of that, make sure that you can still do standing on one foot and spin backwards all the way 360. And then also our two-handed escape release with that stranger response, stop, don't touch me, stranger. Make sure that we have that covered this week. That's what the Tiger Cubs will work on first half of the week. White belts, yellow belts. First things first, you need to be doing full Hoam form, and if you are a yellow belt, you need to be doing the full legacy form as well. This week we're working section 3, but yours only has 2 sections. You've now been through all of it, so make sure you have both the legacy form and Hoam form if you're a yellow belt. Also, we need to work on 4 blocks this week. If you are a white belt, you need to be working on low blocks, high blocks, inner form blocks, and outer form blocks. If you need any help with those, go to our Google Classroom and get the details on that. If you are a yellow belt, I want to see you working double knife hand blocks and double fist blocks and square blocks, as well as that outer form block. And again, go to Google Classroom if needed for that. Then, you need to begin, we're working continuous flow this week, you need to begin some basic combinations. So there's 3 I want you to work on. I want you to work on front leg front kick, punch punch, back leg front kick. I want you to work on front leg round kick, punch punch, back leg round kick, and then front leg side kick, punch punch, back leg side kick. So work those combinations, white belts and yellow belts, for the first half of this week. Green belts, blue belts. First things first, you need to make sure that you have all of your 1-steps down pat at this point. Green belts, make sure you have your additional 1-steps. Some of you have 4, some of you have 5, some of you have 6, depending on your rank. Make sure you've got those covered as well. Then, Hoam form in full. Make sure that you've got that nice, sharp, powerful, accurate, and well-timed. Then, make sure if you are a blue belt that you have got your legacy form this week, section 3. You should be working on that sun form, and really, section 3 is just the last 2 moves, those knife hands at the end. So it shouldn't take you long. You should basically have full form this week for legacy form. Lastly, we're working continuous flow this week. There are 3 continuous flow moves I want you to work on. Number 1 is that triple slide, triple round kick, or even multiple, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those would be great. Also, basic quick combination, but what I want is continuous on this. So Front kick, side kick, punch, punch, inside crescent, spin crescent. Just work that as one. That would be one example of a million options for continuous flow. And then lastly, I want you to work on that spin, hook kick, round kick, landing in front but being able to hold it up. So spin in, hook round, and be able to hold that. Spin, hook round, be able to hold that position, not fling it so hard that you lose balance on that. That's what you'll be working first part of this week for green belts and blue belts. Brown through black belts. First things first, make sure you have full ho-om form, no problem. Make sure you have the first 3 sections of legacy form. Red belts. I noticed several of you have not even bothered looking at legacy form this round. Make sure you've got that fire form learned, first 3 sections. Then, on top of that, make sure you've got all of the 1 steps, no problem, down pat. Those need to be clear, those need to be covered. Now, beyond that, this week we're working continuous flow. I want you to start off working 3 things that endless round kick, continuous round kick, be able to do 10 at a time without putting your foot down. Also, I want you to create any continuous combination with 12 moves or more, and I want it to be no more than 3 techniques at a time with legs. So I might do hook kick, double round kick, punch, punch, front kick, round kick, side kick, back fist, spin, hook, round, punch, punch, front, whatever I want to do, but the whole purpose of continuous flow is to continue moving on. Lastly, I want you to work that spin, hook kick, round kick that lands in the front, and be able to pause and hold your leg up. So be able to go hook, round, and pause. Be able to hold that in case you need that opportunity, that position to fire back again. That'll be working on the first half of this week. I'll see you guys soon on the mats.